Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Welcome to my eBay video for Friday, April 22nd, 2022. I'm filming this video like I did last week. I'm filming it on Thursday night because, believe it or not, tomorrow is supposed to be a sunny day and I need every single second to take pictures. So that's what I'm doing. 2 sunny Fridays in a row. It doesn't get any better than this. Today's video is going to deal with quite a few interesting topics. I'm going to talk about the reasons that would cause me to block somebody on eBay. I'm going to talk about somebody called the Easter Dancer, and not to be confused with The Coffin Dancer, which is a very good book I've read many times. We're also going to be talking about returns, your comments, questions, and concerns. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start out by reading a comment from John Hodgson, who has been asking me to cover this topic for many weeks, and I kept forgetting. I'm not forgetting today. John wrote, "Joe, can I please remind you that you have a sizable viewership based outside the US, many like me based in the UK. You keep going on about cancellations and how it should be resisted. The UK consumer law is radically different to the US rules. Here is a brief summary of the rights of buyers to cancel a purchase online. Quote, a consumer who has purchased your goods via an online platform has the right to cancel the contract and claim a refund without giving any reason or justification and without incurring any liability unless exceptions apply within 14 calendar days of receiving the goods. I would really appreciate it if you could mention this next week." John, I know you've told me about this before, but I really do feel sorry for you guys. Here in the United States, we don't have to deal with that, thankfully, but on eBay, it is a big problem. And before I go on with any more comments, questions, and concerns, since I have a little story for you regarding John's comment, I do not cancel transactions. Later on in the video, I'm going to read a comment from Dennis Copper that touches on this. But for now, I want to tell you a story that happened the other night. You remember last week I told you a story where in the middle of the night, a guy bought my item, then sent me a cancellation request saying that he purchased the wrong size. And I related the story to you, and I checked his feedback, and he was telling the truth. He did buy the larger size from another eBay seller. And because all this went down when I was sleeping, I had not printed anything. I had not boxed anything. And I realized if I sent this buyer the item, nobody was going to win. Okay? So in that case, I agreed to the cancellation. No muss, no fuss, no problem. What I really take exception to is when eBay shows our buyers the same item that they just bought from us at a cheaper price. This happened to me the other night. A person purchased an item with shipping. The total came to $200. By fortunate luck, I happened to be online on eBay when the sale came in. I immediately printed the packing slip and purchased the label and boxed the item. Okay? Put it in the car with the shipping that was going out in the morning. Maybe around 15 minutes later, this customer writes to me and says, "I don't need 2 of these. I only need 1. It makes no sense. He only bought 1 from me. So before I did anything else, I checked his feedback, and sure enough, After he bought mine, he bought the same item from another seller because eBay played dirty pool and showed it to him. The price was very close to mine, maybe $5 or $6 difference, and also $5 or $6 difference on shipping because the other seller is closer to him. So whereas he paid me $200, he's paying the other seller maybe $185. I don't care. He bought mine, he was satisfied with mine until eBay showed him the same item cheaper. I said to him, "You only bought one from me. You didn't buy two." I said, "If you bought from another seller, you have to take that up with him." And he writes back to me again and says, "Listen, I don't want two of these." I said, "I can't do anything about it." I said, "The label's already been printed, the tracking's been uploaded, and it's already going to you." I said, "I don't do cancellations." I said, "You must take responsibility for your actions." I said, "Now I do offer returns. If you want to send it back within 30 days at your expense, that's fine with me. I will give you a refund, but I will not do a cancellation." So I guess we'll have to see what happens. If he is willing to spend the return shipping and send it back to me, I will refund him the $180. Okay? He ain't getting the shipping back. No way, no how. Let's move on to the next comment, and it's going to be by Jennifer V. The loss of views on your item, waiting for the time to elapse while waiting for the time to expire on deadbeat buyers is another hidden eBay cost and potential loss of a legitimate sale. I never relist, but go ahead and sell similar in these situations. Otherwise, you get no views. That's interesting. I do agree with you that the days that are where the item is hung up in limbo, 4 days, that's freaking criminal. And it happened to me again this weekend. When I get to the story about the Easter dancer, I'm going to cover that, and I'll tell you. Dennis Copper wrote in and said, "There are very rare times when you should cancel an order. As a good seller on eBay, you need to learn a few rules. I never ship to anyone that gave too many negative feedbacks, 3 or more, which I determine is not the fault of the seller. Blocking anyone first avoids a great amount of problems. Remember what Nixon said? Quote, use your head, not your heart. Unquote. Dennis, I understand your points, but do you ever get eBay messages from people you've blocked, all pissed off and yelling at you because you blocked them? I also had one of them this week, which I'll hopefully get to later in the video. This has been a freaking crazy week. Michelle Mernick wrote, Joe, you get almost all the dummy buyers. I get the rest. Here's one for you. Buyer messaged me about a pin I'm selling. 1-inch length by 1-inch width by 0.25 inch height. Full measurements are provided in the condition and description boxes. 12 photos in all with a tape measure in every freaking photo. Guess what the buyer wanted to know? That's right, what are the measurements? First I blocked, then I checked out their feedback. More negatives than positives to sellers. Then I responded, please read the condition and description boxes and look at every single photo and you shall find your answer. Their response back to me was to tell me I'm rude and why did I block them. I wanted to say, listen here, Einstein, figure it out. But I was a good girl and bit my tongue. Michelle, the only thing I would have done differently in your case is when they asked you why you blocked them, I would have said, you leave too many negative feedbacks. It's not natural and it's not right, and maybe you should think twice about hurting sellers on eBay. That's the only thing I would have done different. And the fact that they know you blocked them means they tried to buy your item. That leads me into a funny story that happened to me this week. And Michelle, it has exactly to do with what you said about me getting the dummy buyers. A couple of nights ago, I get a best offer on my item for a 14-inch Chevy Cavalier hubcap. I believe I was asking around $25, and the person offered me $15. I didn't think that was enough. I really didn't want to be bothered, with the $15. But what concerned me was the person's feedback was low, and they hardly ever buy anything on eBay. When I see 0, 0, 0 in their history, that meaning nothing this month, nothing the past 6 months, and nothing the past year, that's an automatic freaking decline. No questions asked. I don't care how much they're offering. They're not going to pay. All right? Usually what I do in those cases is not only do I decline, I block them as well. But this person had, I think it was 0, 0, and was the third one 0? I don't remember. I think it was 4. But anyway, okay, I declined, but I didn't block them. Here's where it gets interesting. I swear to God, within 1 minute, I get another best offer from this character. But guess what? Come here. It's not for the 14-inch Chevy Cavalier hubcap. It's for a 15-inch Chevy Cavalier hubcap. Meaning, if I had accepted this guy's offer for the 14-inch one, I would have got stiffed because he didn't read the listing. He needed a 15-inch. So what I did real quick was, before I even declined, I blocked him and then I declined. Okay? Blocked and declined. I thought the matter was resolved and out of my mind. The next day, I get an angry email from this particular cat who apparently tried to do the buy it now on one of them and said, "Why did you block me? I want to buy the 15-inch one." I said, "I blocked you because you don't read." I said, "If I would have accepted your 14-inch offer of $15 for the 14-inch wheel cover, I would have gotten shafted because you would never have paid because you need the 15-inch one." I said, "You will never, ever get anything from me because you didn't read." And boy, did he come back and give me a little lip. But listen, guys, you're not out to win a popularity contest. You're not running for class president in middle school. You're trying to earn a living selling on eBay. All right? Your job is to list your items. Make sure your descriptions are clear and concise. Just like Jennifer said, she had her measurements listed, just like I always do. And there's no excuse for people not reading. There's an old saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That guy with the Cavalier is going to go to another hubcap guy on eBay and, well, whatever happens, happens there, but I'm safe, I can tell you that. While we're on the subject of blocking people, do you guys have certain criteria that you go by that would justify you to block somebody? Now, I know Dennis Copper blocks people when they ask him too many questions or even one question, all right? Certain questions I feel are acceptable, all right? For instance, a good example would be, you're selling a 1966 Buick hubcap. Do you think it would fit a 1967? And sometimes they'll even send me a picture, all right? Now, a question like that I feel is acceptable. But here's what I feel is not acceptable. And most of you guys know this. Anything asking me about my bottom line, how low will you go, what is your last price, automatically blocked. Those people will never buy from you. Another question I feel is worrisome: what is your return policy? Number one, it's clearly stated in the listing, our return policy. Number two, they're putting it out there that there's a good chance they're going to return your item. Another one that really triggers me: how many am I getting? When in the title it clearly says one, and the picture shows one, and the description says one. And another thing that I ran into this week is when a person makes me a reasonable best offer. For instance, will you take $90 for this $100 item? That's reasonable. That's a reasonable question. And I'll say to them, if I lower the price to $90, will you buy the item today? If they respond with anything but yes, there's an issue. Anything but the word yes means block party. All right? I had one that said something to the effect, he asked me just today, in fact, will you take so-and-so amount for this item? I said, sure, if you'll buy it today. He says, I'll be getting paid next week. I said, no, thank you, deal's off. And of course, he replied back with a snarky comment. So those are some of the reasons that I block people. That, and of course, if I happen to check their feedback and they leave negatives for everybody. I've been getting an unbelievable amount of best offers. Just through the roof. Some I accept, some I don't. I don't care how much they offer me. I don't even look at the price first. I want to see who I'm dealing with. I look at that account. I see 000, decline and block and move on. Let those people cut their teeth with somebody else. If they want to pay full price for the item, they would pay full price for the item. But of course, we know that's not the case. I had an experience this past Sunday with a person who I'm going to call the Easter dancer. In last week's video, I neglected to warn you people that the upcoming Sunday was going to be Easter, only because it didn't even cross my mind. Unimportant. Didn't even cross my mind. In fact, I didn't realize it till probably around midday. I noticed how slow it was on eBay, and I happened to be going outside in front of the house, and I saw a lot of old people going into my neighbor's house carrying trays of food. And I'm like, what's going on over there? I said, it's probably his birthday. I said, oh, no. It's one of the dreaded big three holidays that really bummed me out. I said, well, now I know why I'm so slow. So I finally received a best offer on an item. A guy offers me, I think, $50 or $60 on a $90 item. Now, considering it's the dreaded Easter Sunday, I said to myself, it's a dog item. I'm going to snag this best offer because I know it's going to be slow today. I accept the offer, send him an invoice. Do I get paid? No. Why not? Because I got the Easter dancer. 36 hours go by, I hear nothing. Finally, he sends me a message through the eBay system, and he starts to dance. Here we go. Asking all kinds of questions he should never be asking after he sends an offer. His first question was, what size are these? Are they 14-inch or 15-inch? And can you send me a picture with the measurements? I knew right then I was screwed. I immediately blocked him, okay? And instead of answering those questions, I wrote back to him and I said, why would you ask me these questions 36 hours after sending me a best offer? All questions should be asked ahead of time. That was my answer to him. 24 hours go by. He sends me the same questions again. All right? I sent him the same answer. Why are you asking me this now? That's not the way it's done. You're supposed to ask questions first. He then went absolutely insane. He broke into one of the fastest dances I've ever experienced on eBay, meaning it was just rapid fire, boom, 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 messages to me. And then I pulled the Dennis Copper. I ignored everything from then on. It's like I was deaf, dumb, and blind. I didn't see anything. I was not going to respond to him. The guy obviously has a screw loose. And to make it even sweeter, he's speaking in broken English, and he's trying to use the Google Translator. And it devolved pretty quickly, I'm going to tell you, some of the things he said. So, 4 days go by, and the 4 days that went by ended this morning, okay? So I filed the unpaid item case, got my credits, relisted the item. That did not slow this dancer down one bit. I swear, today alone, he's hit me up at least 3 times, possibly 4. He can ask me anything he wants and say anything he wants. He'll never get an answer from me. He's done. I am just shocked that people continue to make best offers and sometimes even do a buy it now on items and then afterwards start asking questions. It flies in the face of logic. I don't get it. I just don't freaking get it. Sales this week were very good, except for Sunday. Sunday was awful. One of my worst days in as long as I can remember. And like I said earlier, I really didn't see it coming. I didn't remember it. All right? Thankfully, as always after a holiday, Monday, bang, things went right back to normal. People bought. The buyers are out there. So I have no complaints about the rest of the week. Sales were very good. I know there's a couple of points that I'm supposed to discuss, and I didn't write them down. Gosh, I don't have them written down here. And you know, as soon as I edit this video, I'm not going to edit it, but as soon as I put it up, I'm going to remember exactly what they were and like that. So yeah. Guys, if you ever want to email me screenshots of difficult buyers, especially dancers, those are the ones I love, feel free to do it. crazynydriver@aol.com, spelled the same way as my channel, just ending with @aol.com. I'm bringing this up because Dave, one of my subscribers, sent me some screenshots that I read. Oh, they are freaking priceless. I'm going to tell the story real quick. Dave sold an item to a buyer, and the buyer paid right away. 45 minutes after paying, the buyer said something to the effect, "Did you ship my item yet?" And from then on, the conversation devolved. It got worse and worse, going back and forth, and it ended up with the buyer requesting to cancel the sale. I'm not kidding you. I can't post the screenshots because they're not my property to post. But Dave, if you're watching this video, and I know you are, I'm so happy you sent me those screenshots. I was grinning from ear to ear because it made me feel good knowing I'm not the only one who gets the Looney Tunes. So if you guys ever want to share some funny stuff with me, feel free to do that. Going back one more time to the Easter dancer. eBay has a rule that when people do not pay for your item, the feedback will be removed if they leave any. But they're not clear on that. Maybe one of you guys knows about this. Hypothetically speaking, let's say that guy left me negative feedback. Would I have to call in to get it removed? Or would eBay bots automatically remove it or possibly stop him from leaving it in the first place? I would think that in the year 2022, they would have protections against that, but there's a part of me that says they don't. If any one of you guys had any experience with a deadbeat bidder leaving you bad feedback, please put that in the comment section below, just so I know. And that being said, we've already gone longer than 25 minutes here. I'm going to bring this to a close. Guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every week I come out here, I make these videos to try and help you stay successful selling on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up, and I'll be more than happy to try and do it next week. And I may even read your comment like I read John's earlier. Guys, I hope you did well. I hope you made a lot of money. Gosh, I know there's something else. I just can't remember what it is. But anyway, go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace! Update. I remember what it was that I wanted to tell you guys. I just found out about this today, so I'm still in the process of examining the information. This affects all of you guys who sell clothing on eBay. I have read online that eBay is entering into a partnership with certain clothing manufacturers, whereas these clothing manufacturers that have items that are, I'm not sure what the right word is in the clothing category, but I'm going to use the word, for instance, blemished or defective in some way. Heretofore, these clothing companies would discard them, throw them out. What's going to be happening now is these items are going to be listed on eBay, I believe by eBay per se. Okay? So if you're selling name brand clothing, this will probably affect you in a negative way. There is a good link online where you can read more about this. If I think about it, I will put the link in the description box or in the first comment below. As you know, eBay has always said that they are not our competition. They are just a clearinghouse where we go and we list our items. And that is true. That's the way it's always been. But some of the people in the clothing categories are very upset about this because they feel now eBay is becoming competition to the clothing sellers. So when you get a chance, please check that link out, digest it, and talk about it in the comment section. I knew there was something, and I didn't write it down because I only just heard about this earlier today. This time, I'm definitely done.